Sometimes, like, I don't understand. Really, I don't. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a Bunny here, and I'm back with another video. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for tuning in, and if you're a regular, thank you for supporting my content. You know, sometimes we let people into our lives thinking that they come with good intentions and all that. Man, the devil is working overtime. But anyways, I hope y'all been good. I hope y'all keeping warm in this cold. Like, yo, winter is so bad, you guys. Like, yo, winter's here. So without wasting any more of your time, let me get into today's video. So in this story time, I'm going to talk about how my best friend tried to come between my boyfriend and I. Honestly speaking, it wasn't really my intention to like take a video like this, but honestly, some of y'all pushed me to this point because I am so tired of y'all pointing fingers and all that. So this is my side of the story. So what can we call him? Okay, like for the first time, I can't think of a name. Okay, let's call him Crazy. I know he might see this video, he's gonna see this video, something like that, but then it is what it is. So fine, Crazy and I met way back in 2014 or 15. It was between 2014 or 15, like I can't remember. We met in high school. How did we meet? I don't remember, honestly. I just remember us being friends. Like, I don't remember how we became friends. I just remember us being close. So Crazy and I were close. We were like brother and sister. Our friendship spread to our parents. Like, it's pretty little Batswadi, you know? Like, that's how close we were, actually. Because Lebatswadi nese ele bench because of us. Most of the time, I was with him. Like, if I was not with the girls, I was with him. Like, that guy was my ride or die. That's what I thought. Like, most of the time, we would travel to school together. Like, we were so close. Like, people even thought that we were dating, and we weren't dating. Like, that guy was my OG, you know? Like, he was my friend. So Crazy knew most of my secrets, right? Like, reason being, it's because I basically told him everything, right? Because I never really saw a friend in him. I saw a brother in him. Like, I saw my comfort place in him, right? So I told him everything about my life, or what was happening in my life and so forth. And then come to think of it, he never really told me anything personal that was related to him. Like, all I knew was that the guy was a player and that he's into girls. Like, I don't really know anything personal about him. What I loved about our friendship was that we were both supportive, right? If one of us was going through stages or periods or whatever, like, we were there, like, we had each other, right? Because I remember even when my grandmother passed away, he was there, like, he was supportive, he comforted me all the way, like. So my family was very fond of him. Like, he's a very humble guy, he's respectful, he's supportive, like, they loved all those things about him, right? Plus, Agirelena, on the other hand, I did introduce him to my family, so they knew that these people were friends, right? That's why they were so fond of him, because they appreciated the way he took care of me, right? The way my family trusted him, like, they would even allow him to come to my room and wake me up when I was sleeping. Like, that's how fond they were of him. Like, they saw a child in him. They saw, I don't know what they saw, but yeah, they loved him. Yo, the way we were so close, you guys, like my grandmother, my other grandmother, not the one that has passed on, she even thought that we were dating, because I remember we were having, oh, it was my brother's 21st birthday, right? And I invited Crazy over. So my grandmother, no, I didn't invite him over, actually. My grandmother was like, where's that friend of yours? I was like, who? The one that you always with. I'm like, no, he's probably at school, or he's with his friends or whatever. And then my grandmother started the topic, no, these people are dating. You should see them. You should see them when they are walking. Like, they look like a couple. Like, they look like a couple. They don't look like friends. That's how close we were. So fine, back in 2016, I met my mans. Like, I kept it a secret until we turned 1 year. So Crazy knew that I was in a relationship with this guy, but he never really thought that it was serious, right? Because na zangabe serious guys ka relationship, like this is my first relationship. Like I was never serious in relationships, right? So Liana, that's why he was like, I think that's why he was like, they're not gonna last. I know I'm a can't do no. So our relationship got serious. Most of the time I was with Crazy because I get my boyfriend, he was studying and all that. The only problem Crazy had was when it was during school holidays. Because during school holidays, and I guess not why. I mean, I barely saw my boyfriend. I only saw him after 3 months or so because he was studying, right? So fine. That's whereby everything started going left. So Crazy became possessive, right? It's like he was owning me, right? So alles eki etsang, he wanted to be included. Kivale man, he wanted to be there. Kinale man, like he wanted to be there. He wanted to be included in every plan of mine, of which I didn't mind because he's my friend. He was my friend after all. Like I never really saw a problem with it because he's my friend. I was like, let me just include him, because he's my friend after all. Like everywhere I went, like he's there, like okay. He never really gave me space. Mind you, now I never saw anything wrong with that because now I was just focused on our on on growing our friendship. Like I wasn't really paying attention to what exactly is happening. So it got to the point whereby my boyfriend sat me down and was like, you know what? I understand that you guys are friends and that you have known each other for Lord knows how long. But then this thing of Crazy always being in your space, I don't like it. Like my boyfriend was starting to dislike our friendship because of how possessive Crazy had become, right? Now I'm still there defending him. I'm still there defending him. I'm like, no, maybe it's because you don't know the guy and maybe you think that something is happening between us. I was trying by all means to defend Crazy, right? Can't you know my boyfriend wa bona hore dintsha. So it got to the point whereby my boyfriend and I fought. I get Crazy Lena, he's busy on the other hand. He's busy stepping on my boyfriend's toes, right? So Crazy Lena, every chance he got, he would badmouth my boyfriend at work and he would talk bad about him to his other friends. And obviously, ditaba has into dulang playing A1, right? So we would fight most of the time. We would fight. My boyfriend would be like, again, I don't like your friend, and I feel like he's gonna ruin our relationship. Now, on the other hand, I'm still defending him because I haven't seen that side of him, right? I haven't seen that side of Crazy that my boyfriend was talking about. So I'm like, no, he would never do that. Maybe it was his friends that were talking about you or whatsoever. Like I was defending him. Guys, like Crazy Lena, he didn't like my boyfriend. Like every chance he got, like he would say all these bad things about him. He would talk about how the guy is cheating on me, how the guy is doing this and that. Because again, we were in a long distance relationship. Because again, Nanisekile metric back then, and he was in varsity. So he would talk about how girls in varsity were throwing themselves at him and all that. Every chance he got, he would badmouth him. Like he didn't like him at all. He hated him. So there was this one time whereby I was studying with my other friend. So fine, Crazy texted me, I'm both a whole over, what are you doing? So I told him that I'm studying and Kimohu, this whoever. Listen, he came no maganjan. That time he was also supposed to be preparing for the exams because I get the final exams matric. Bruh, like he dropped everything, like he came. So guys, here's the climax. So this one time I was in love. I was in love. Most of the time I would talk about my boyfriend. I was like, my boyfriend, oh dang, my boyfriend is around, my boyfriend is doing this and that for me. So fine. Crazy asked me for my boyfriend's number. I was like, Aibo, what for? He was like, no, I just want to get to know him. I was like, oh, knowing you, when I eating total yet. Like it was at that moment I knew that Crazy is up to no good. Like I never really thought that he would take it far. So fine, 2 weeks later, my boyfriend came back home. We were done with exams, I celebrated all that. Fine, guy, meet up Aliana. The guy was pissed. Like my boyfriend was pissed. It was my first time seeing him like that. Like I had never seen him that pissed. That time I just finished writing exams. I didn't know. Like I have a pile of stress waiting for me on the other hand. Imagine that. So here's what happened. Crazy called my boyfriend and told him that him and I were dating. He was like, Bitabo's family knows me and not you. Yes, they didn't know my boyfriend at that time because I was waiting to finish exams first before introducing him to my family, right? Like I was waiting for the right time. So fine, he was saying all those things. Oh no, Bitabo habo bangiti, when I have a nixie, like habo kikena fela, I can do whatever I want. He was like, when you're not around, yet I'm tongolong with Kayen. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What are you talking about? Crazy would never do that. Like, even in that critical moment, I still defended him, right? I still defended him. Guys, I didn't believe my boyfriend until he ended up showing me evidence. So my boyfriend gave me his phone and showed me his recent calls, right? Crazy's number was on top. Guys, I was shocked. I was asking myself why he would do that. I was asking myself a lot of questions. Like, why would Crazy do this? Like, and like, I was confused. So after that, like, I was speechless, right? So what my boyfriend did was that he told me to speak to Crazy and tell him to stop doing the things that he was doing, right? Because so fine, my boyfriend left. Now at that moment, I'm furious, like I'm fuming. So when I got home, I texted Crazy. I'm like, dude, where the hell are you, right? He's like, no, I'm out with my family in Kiba. Like, I need to see you. We need to talk, right? He took his time. Like he took his time to come to me. Like that was his first time taking time. Right? So fine. After an hour or so, he finally came. Like as soon as he entered the door, I'm like, dude, why the hell would you do this and that? Why did you tell Crazy? Why did you tell my boyfriend that you and I are dating? Guys, he literally denied everything. He denied everything. He was like, no, I didn't do that. I'm like, dude, there's proof. There's evidence. Like your numbers are on his phone. Like, what are your numbers doing on his phone? He's like, I'm sure somebody took my phone and called your boyfriend. I'm like, how did they even get my boyfriend's number? How did they even get my boyfriend's number? Because the only person who has access to my phone is you. It's you. Like he literally denied everything. He denied everything. He made me look like the bad guy. Or he denied everything. He was like, I didn't do it. Someone is framing me. We fought until he ended up leaving. So when he got home, he sent me this huge paragraph. Like, I can't believe you letting your boyfriend come between us. How can you think so low of me? Now, on the other hand, I'm not buying his story. I'm busy asking him, did you do it or not? Like, I just wanted a simple yes or no. Like, in fact, I actually wanted him to confess. You know, it would have been better if he had confessed. Because obviously, if he had confessed, I wouldn't have gotten so mad at him, you know. Yes, I would have been mad, but we would have fixed things after, right? But I hated the fact that he denied everything. He denied it, even though there's proof. Like, I presented evidence to him. I gave him reasons why he's my first suspect. Number one, you don't like this guy. Number two, every time when I want to go to my boyfriend, you're around. Number three, last year you wanted my boyfriend's number. Then jiggy, my boyfriend says that you called him. Worst, guys, my boyfriend said that he recognized Crazy's voice. He said that he recognized Crazy's voice. He said that this was Crazy's voice. It was him. I honestly just wanted him to tell the truth. Instead, he denied everything, right? Like, how can you deny? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm the only one that had access to his phone back then, right? I was the only one that had access to his phone. So he was like, no. He was using this excuse, no, someone berekisitse phone and called your boyfriend. I'm like, dude, I know you. I know how sensitive you are. Like you don't like people holding your phone. You don't want anyone near your phone except me. So so the way he behaved, it made me believe my boyfriend even more, right? Because instead of coming clean, he was going around bad mouthing me and telling people how bad of a friend I am. He was saying all these, let me say, he was spilling beans. He was spilling beans. So fine, after that incident, he blocked me everywhere. He blocked my number on on WhatsApp. After that, he unfriended me, and I was like, because I was still trying to reach out to him. Like, I had a very soft spot for this guy, truly speaking. I had a very soft spot for him. So it wasn't really easy for me to let go of a friendship like that, right? So I was trying to reach out to him. I was trying to amend things. But instead, he kept pushing me away, right? So moral of the story is, when you have a friend and then it happens that one of y'all catches feelings, just come clean before things get worse or something like that. Because if you don't come clean, behave as you know, behave as everything all mutu all you're gonna be jealous of it. You're gonna be jealous of mutu ajalalene. Like, just come clean. Don't bottle up things inside. Okay, maybe yes, you might have your reasons why you bottling your feelings inside and not mentioning it, but then, you know, this whole situation taught me that you should try to come clean. You should try to tell the person how you feel before it's too late. But anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah.